Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We have a special guest. Psychic Violetta is with us, and I know some of you have been asking for a while. So please, everyone, give a round of welcome to Violetta.
Thank
Um,
you so much for inviting me.
Thank you for joining us, Violetta. We appreciate it. This thing is a little slow, introducing because it has to go. It takes a couple of hops before from me to you. So we're gonna have to, people in
Just
the audience, hopefully they understand.
okay. You are from New York?
Yes, no, well, I'm in Florida now,
Oh,
but yes, I'm originally from New York, and you are originally from.
Poland.
Yeah,
Poland.
that's what I thought. No, well, I was born in Haiti.
Ah,
But I'm glad we have you on today because you
thank
can
you.
give
And
us some
I'm from
idea.
Alberta, Canada.
Yes.
Prairies.
Oh, okay. Because we will go with the Queen first because that's what's on TV all day.
Mhm.
And the reason why I am mentioning the Queen is because this morning I don't know how I mean if you saw it, a lot of people are concerned about the number of states that are part of the Queen's royal court, if you will.
Common,
Okay. I'm sorry?
Commonwealth. Commonwealth.
Exactly. Thank you. And a lot of people are wondering, how many of those Commonwealth countries will ask to be, they don't want to be part of the court anymore. And then how Charles is going to do. You know, I think it's a little, I mean, I'm sure there are a few countries, at least I feel three. I don't know how you feel, how many you feel, but I feel at least three are going to try to see, or at least try to get out, you know. But I feel Charlie is going to surprise some people. What do you think? Because I feel he's going to surprise people. And the way he started, he was talking about his mom that was very touching. Did you see the speech that he gave?
Yes, not because yesterday was my working day, so I was at
Oh,
work,
you didn't have a chance.
but I was seeing part here, part there, and yes, it was very. He was more emotional than Queen,
Oh, yeah.
so he is a softer soul. I did on my video a past life for him, so if
Oh, you did?
someone, yes, so I will probably a lot of people will come visit you after I will post my video.
I have to watch that.
I well,
you,
I
you
love
know?
the past lives, so
Yeah.
and you know that will be one of those things that a lot of those countries will have to face the
Hmm.
problem. Even Canada
Right.
will start touching that subject, and New Zealand and England, and there is a lot of other places that will try to get away from
Right.
being. And
Part of the
there
Commonwealth.
are good parts and the bad parts,
Right.
because you had some stability and you felt kind of protected. So
Yeah.
there will be some countries, and it will be like avalanche. When one will leave, then others will follow.
Right. But
That
yeah, I feel you're right. Unfortunately, is it me because this morning I was hearing, I did not know there were so many countries in the Commonwealth.
I don't even know how many, but I know there is quite a number.
Yeah. And do you feel like I do, or you feel different that Charlie's going to do well? I feel he's going to do fine.
Mhm. I,
Do you?
I'm
Yeah.
closing my eyes and I will see more. And
Sure, go right ahead. No problem. Take
that's
your time.
three cards, please. Come to three.
Okay, one, two, three.
No, just slow so I
Oh,
can have
slow. I'm
time
sorry.
to pull one card.
One,
Yes.
two, Three.
He will be so preoccupied what people are thinking about him. It's like he will be, tell me. He is not secure as a man,
Mm-hmm.
and it will show up.
Oh, yeah.
And sorry, people will be acting because he's not too secure. I believe he will ask William to help him to keep the image of the monarchy.
Right.
So the cards are saying Queen was so secure.
Oh, yeah.
She was, let us know,
Absolutely.
he will have a lot of goals and he will achieve some results. He will be celebrating.
Yes.
But I have the feeling that he will be hiding behind the blinds and observing how is everything going on.
I agree with you. But I'm glad you said he's going to have some wins because
When it's never,
right.
easy. And the numbers are, I said avalanche, so I think there will be a lot of other countries that will be following.
Thinking I'm feeling maybe, there would be an avalanche saying, well, I want out. But I don't know. There may be at least three.
There will
I
be a
feel
lot
at
of
the
votes.
beginning.
Every country will have to put some voting system to check if people want to stay or they want to go.
Oh, that's true. So maybe three of them would approve. We'll see, but at least three. But something you said that's very important, I feel, about the queen, how secure she was. She's been at it since she was like in her early 20s, right?
25, I think.
Oh my God. And the other thing
No, maybe
is,
more, 25,
yeah,
yes.
25.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, I think that's possibly why you're getting that. You can't try, if he tries to fill his mom's shoes, he's going to have problems. You can't.
You can't walk in ladies' shoes.
Well, that's one thing.
It is something that he will have a big personality
Yes.
problem, and we have to be honest, he has not a huge personality. He's a
No.
nice guy,
Yeah.
and I admire him for loving Kamala,
Right.
Kamala,
Yeah.
Kamala, because
I
we
don't
have
remember her name.
I'm always Kamala and Kamala there,
Oh, okay.
but Camila, he
Oh,
loves her
Camila.
so much. He is, and she's a very smart woman
Oh, yes.
and strong. Her own way, she knows the step ahead. So he needs a big mommy
On his side.
on his side, and that's good that Queen nominated her to be Queen Consort.
Oh, really? What does that mean? No, you're right. I've heard that name, but I didn't think about it until you said it. What is, does it?
It is some symbol of like Prince Philip was. He had some position, I don't remember what, but it
Okay, I
is
don't
some
remember.
symbol and very high. So she gave her really high status.
Well, I mean, that's good. I didn't, that reminded me when you said that a lady, a historian for the, she's royal historian. I believe that's how they call them.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that Camilla
Camila.
is the one that's really guiding Charles behind the scenes.
Yes.
So you are right, but I did not, looking at her for a long time, I did not think, I mean, I knew she was always a very smart woman, but I never realized she was how savvy she is.
She was able to, from being under the bottom.
That's true.
he was able to come to the top
Yep,
and help him.
that's true.
And she's popular now. People
Oh
like
yeah,
her.
yeah,
So it is not easy to grow from the bottom to the top. It's easy
absolutely not.
to be given that position when Diana was married. That was so
Yes,
easy.
yeah. Well,
Okay, I have a question for you.
absolutely.
How that special master will fit in the investigation?
Okay, the
Will
special
she or
master.
he, woman or man, be one side or another?
The
Will that
special master, I
person will be?
feel. Oh, I know what you mean.
Oh, okay.
The special master, I feel, don't have any choice. He doesn't have a choice but to be in the middle. And I'll tell you why. If you, that's what they are all thinking, by the way. I should start by saying four of them were suggested. Trump suggested two, and DOJ suggested two. I feel there is one of them that Trump suggested. Is he's a very partisan guy, and somehow, from what I understand, he's affiliated, or his wife is part of, is a judge as well. So that gentleman, I feel, is going to be out.
The
DOJ
last one,
will,
the last on the four pictures, yes. The
yes,
one,
Gawk or something like that.
yeah, from
He's
Florida.
out. I
From
don't
Florida.
feel, exactly. I don't feel DOJ is going to accept him. It's going to be one of the three, but somebody said something this morning that resonated with me. He suggested that DOJ should pick a former judge that Trump suggested. You know what I mean?
Yes, and
So
I think he's on the second picture from the left.
no, he's one of the judges that he's a judge. He's the former judge that Trump picked. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
other the Trump pick. I think
right.
that's
Yeah. So it's going to be either one of him or the one of the two that DOJ picked. But I don't feel DOJ is going to fight if or DOJ will accept if they pick that judge. But let me tell you something I feel that's weighing pretty heavily on the mind of those three, because the last one, forget that one. I would be shocked if they picked him.
me too.
The
And I don't
key,
have good feelings for that, the last one.
okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. But you know what I think is on the mind of all three potentials? National security, number one. Number two, all three of them have realized what Trump has been up to and how bad this can be. Therefore, they're going to be fair. And, intuitively, I feel like saying being fair to me means give Trump, like, there is a subset of documents. Remember, he said they took his passport, they took certain other documents that has to do with his health and stuff like that. That's all I feel that person is going to take to look at, and everything that's top secret, he's just going to give it to DOJ. They're not even going to go there. Do you know what I mean? So I feel that whoever they pick, the first thing they're going to consider is national security, and once they do that, to me, fairness is just, and it's not because they're going to try to concoct anything. It's going to be because they know what Trump has been up to. They know it's wrong that he has the documents, and they're just going to, look at the subset of documents that DOJ should not have taken, and then they're going to return those to Trump, and then that's it. That's what I feel. Please let me know what you think. I mean, if you know.
I think that the one who has the security clearance will be the one that will be probably the most
Oh
easy
yeah,
to choose, and
right.
he's on the Trump side. Trump was.
Oh, the former judge. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that will be the choice, and I think he will be working very honestly, and because he has some pride and to achieve as much as possible, he doesn't work anymore, so he will be able to go forward with.
Yeah. I agree with you. I feel that's the one DOJ is not going to rack the boat because they know him. If I'm looking that way, it's because my screen is that way. So please don't mind me. If I keep looking that way, that's where you are. So instead of
Okay.
the camera is over there. The camera is over there, but you're over here. But yes, I agree with you. You are. There is a very good chance that's the person that's going to be picked. Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now I don't know if you will be asking me one question, and I will ask you.
Oh no, we'll go. If you have a question,
Okay.
feel free to jump in. No rules. We just talk. It's more, it's more fun that way. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Usually we are jumping from one.
Oh yeah, it's okay. And also if people are asking questions, we will answer the people's questions. But yeah, I feel it's gonna be, something else. I feel that's becoming very obvious, even to Trump. The documents that he should not have had in his possession, those top secret documents, I feel that's becoming a problem for him. Please let me know.
Well, it is logically, and
Yeah.
sometimes I love to use logic mind.
Sure.
If you have a proof that you kill someone and you brought that body to your house, and then you are saying, no, you can't touch it. It's my possession. It's my house.
Yep.
You enter this. Come on. You have evidence of him bringing so many boxes.
Yep.
Yeah, in his office, in his desk, and he knows where everything is. It's not that he is a messy person. He
Exactly.
is absolutely fanatic of being not messy.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that he had those documents.
Oh yeah.
And then he's saying, no, that body belongs to me. Come on, it's not your body.
Right.
It doesn't belong to you. It is belonging to the U.S. government.
Yep.
Give us a break. But he had that mentality of 5-year-old. No, it's mine.
Well, I feel he's beginning to realize that's a lost cause, and that's why I said the judge, he recommended, he's going to be fair. And when I say fair, it's because, thank you very much,
Thank you, Marby.
Marby Gongara. I had to make sure I pronounced them correctly. Thank you very much for your generosity. That's why I said the whoever they pick is going to be fair, and they're going to give the government what belongs to the government. They're going to return the body to the government. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? Because even Trump, I feel lately, before they were trying to make believe, it was like, those documents, it's just like a book you borrowed from the library, you have to return it. But lately, please let me know if you feel the same way. He's beginning to accept the fact that he messed up. His freedom is in jeopardy.
But even when you are taking book from library, you have to leave that trace of paper. And you usually have to drink in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Otherwise, you
You pay
pay
the
some
penalty.
penalty. And I did that many years, many times.
Me too.
One day later, but we can't keep the book from the library as much as we love to.
Exactly.
We can
Exactly.
prolong, but they never let you to keep it. Thank you,
No, they can't do that. Somebody else donated to us.
Martin.
Thank you very much,
You.
Martin, for your generosity and the super chat. We really appreciate it. What a nice collaboration. Yes, I agree.
Thank you so much.
Somebody said Eve Nevada says okay, 1 second, that's not the one. Somebody posted a very interesting question here. Sheila Edwards, let me post it. Says Camilla will not reign if Charles passes away. William will become king. I think that's true, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think too. I feel you're right, Sheila. And
I'm sorry,
go ahead.
I see Charles asking for help. I don't think he will have to live to be a king to his death. I think he will eventually ask William and
I
let
agree.
him to run the country because he will be desperate for help.
Yeah, but something else? You're right. I'm just going to say what I feel as well. I feel like you do. In fact, I was thinking about that this morning. He wants to live to enjoy his life. This is a big responsibility, and he doesn't want to fail. Nor he has realized filling his mom's shoes is too much. So, being a transitional king, maybe I feel like saying within the next 5 years or so, he will let William take over so he can enjoy his life. I think you're right. I don't know how long you get, but it seems like to me.
I don't know the timing, but I know that Queen was staying in her position for so long because she was somehow protecting her son from taking the kingdom. She didn't trust him.
Oh,
As
I never thought about that.
the strongest of her kids.
Yeah.
Probably she thought that Princess Anne will be stronger. She was Olympic on a horse.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So she had that grip, and not the personality of the queen. Oh gosh, no, she doesn't have that. But she will be, strong enough to have that, to digest everyday stress.
Yes.
And it will be stressful for Charles. He doesn't have that stomach.
It's a stressful job.
Well, some people will say it's not that hard job, but she was doing. Can you imagine the last moment, 1.5 days before dying?
Thank you.
Standing up. My mom died last year.
Right.
And I remember 2 weeks before, she was telling us every day that she's dying. And
really?
She didn't want to get out of the bed, no mention the makeup and to do her hair and anything like that, and stand for a visit, dress up properly. I can't imagine how many people will put up with it.
Thank you. You know what?
Her hands were blue.
Yeah. From the IV. I said the same thing you just said because my mom passed away almost 2 months ago, the 17th.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yes, thank you. And my mom was 96 as well.
My mom was 97.
So, okay. I could not believe she passed a day and a half later because my mom could not get out of bed the last 2 weeks or so before she passed. And the last 2 days before she passed, when she had her lucidity, when before you pass, or some of us some people before they pass, they make one last reaction. I forgot how they call it, something lucidity. And my mom just sat up straight. All my brothers and sisters and cousins were in the room. No, yeah, they were in the room. They were shocked, and it was like my mom saw all the family members in the room, but she was trying to, they were trying to figure out what was she looking at, and then she went back down after about a minute or so, and she was so angry. In fact, uh, my sisters took pictures of her when she went laid back down and how angry she looked, because it seems like she thought she was going to go with her family. But the point I'm trying to make is somebody suggested, Mike, one of the subscribers suggested that might have been her last, I forget the name of it, something lucidity, terminal lucidity, that's how they call it. Before we go, it's one last reaction. You know what I mean? That we do. And I was wondering if that's what the Queen, because where do you get the strength to do this? Get out of bed and meet the Prime Minister like that.
And to do her hair, it is painful experience, hard.
Yes.
And to put the makeup and stand on a cane.
And she was smiling.
And she was smiling, shaking hand, and her brain was still working.
Yes. Amazing.
And she could choose to be on the Skype, and she didn't. She said, I want to do this in person, to nominate the new prime minister. God. That's a brave woman.
Yes.
I can feel her.
Oh, I'm sure you can. Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Yes.
Because it was one of the hardest things for her to do.
Exactly.
Moments before dying.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Budalayan, for your generosity in the super chat. We appreciate it. Yes. I was saying exactly the same thing you were saying. I was like, I did not know how she did it. But, there are certain things we don't understand. Since before we go, our loved ones on the other side, they come to get us. So it feels like to me, somebody from the room helped her out to that room, and the other spirits did the rest. That's the only, I was thinking about it again last night. That's the only way. I know it's difficult to fathom,
But that's probably the reason she thought that my last duty, okay, guys, I will do this for the crown, and then I will die.
I hesitate sometimes to say things that I cannot prove, but I feel you're right. And something you said, one second. I would not be surprised if there was a way I could prove this. Her mom and Philip, I mean, the others were there as well.
But Philip was her best help.
Exactly. It feels like those two, I wish there was a way I could prove this, but I can't.
No,
help keep her up while she was standing there.
In
any event, oh my God. But
I think you have to sometimes pick up what comes to your mind, because as a psychic, you are getting information from another side or from above.
I'm besides this, I'm a software engineer. So
I know you are engineer and you are astrologer.
You test everything. I'm not an astrologer, but I try because I didn't go to school for it. I learned it on my own. But when you into those type of engineering, you test everything. That's the problem.
My husband is electrical master.
Well, you know what I mean. Okay.
Yes.
Exactly. But you're right.
Ask you one because you are astrologer. I will ask you one question from my viewer.
I'm not an astrologer, but go ahead.
Oh, no, you are not? I
No,
thought
I
that you
studied it on
do
my own. No, I studied.
astrology charts.
Oh yeah, I can interpret them, but I don't have one in front of me. But go ahead. If I can
Oh,
answer
okay,
it, I'll
no.
answer it. If I can't, I will answer it later. But go ahead.
Okay. Caroline Rado,
Yeah.
what the next big change coming before the end of this year?
Oh, the next big change I feel would, we can confuse time, and I've not looked at it, and that's where I'm
I'm
going
so
to.
sorry that if I
No,
put
no, no, no,
you
no.
on the
You're right. You're
spot.
right. We're going to segue into that. I feel Putin's time is short. He may be gone. And I'm glad. That's why I said to you, I was so happy today. You are joining, collaborating with me because of the proximity of Poland to Russia. And I don't know if because you've been busy working, if you've been paying attention the past couple of days, what's going on. Did you hear? I don't know how they call city councils in Russia. Two of them have asked that Putin either resign or something like that. Okay. And the Russian troops are deserting their post in Ukraine.
That's Kharkov, the second busiest city in Ukraine.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Yeah, the
Kharkov.
way you pronounce it. You pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Okay.
yes, you're right. But to
And
answer the question, I feel those are going to be. You asked me
I
for one,
think
but I feel it's going to be two.
and I think they are asking to resign. Yes, you are right.
Yes.
I got that my girlfriend Cheryl sent me some link about that, and
Mm-hmm.
but I was listening this in Russian when he was speaking,
Okay.
and I can't say that he was really answering to them that even that subject was matter to him. It was like he was ignoring that subject.
Of course.
He was giving his own opinion, and I thought, what did that was something that they really asked him? Because I know that they asked him to resign, and now you are saying I just had one link, and I listened two times because it was short link, so I was listening two times in Russian.
Okay.
And just his answer, and it was like he was not really asked that question.
Of course not. How
So
can
it
he
is like
answer?
he is in different Zoom. He's very much like Trump. My way,
Exactly.
get out of my. So I will put three cards if you can count and see what they were.
Absolutely. We're gonna go.
Okay, three cards, please.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. So
Oh,
please count it.
one, two. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just happy.
Three.
Okay. I'm in a train. I see myself in a train. And in a train, when there was some accident, you can pull the one thing for pulling, and there was someone dying or having a birth. Emergency pull.
The brake, the emergency brake.
Emergency brake, yes. So in Poland, we all were traveling all the time by train, and we knew you can't touch this without reason.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
when there is a reason, and I'm seeing this as a symbol, so they are putting on some brakes on him. They do. So,
I
those
agree.
informations, they are thinking about making some decision.
Yep.
They are walking on the eggshells around him. They are so afraid of his
Oh yeah.
power.
Yes.
And he's not going to give up. He will be fighting. So it's not that he will give up. He will destroy everyone who will ask him to resign.
He will try. I agree with you. But I mean, of course, because Violetta, it's life and death for him. But I'm going to share with you a vision I had some months ago. I saw him surrounded by a group of guys. I don't know if the KGB or who they were. He was wearing a suit, a white shirt, but it feels like to me he was wearing handcuffs. Okay, and they took him. I did not know there was a court. Somebody told me there was a court in the Kremlin, but I thought they took him. They took him to a backyard, and they were about to execute him. And also,
Did they execute him?
no, I wasn't shown the execution, but that's what it looked like. You know what I mean? But there is something else. There are three things I feel at play here: the soldiers refusing to fight, the family of those soldiers in Russia are up in arms because of the way he treats them, the way he views them as, nothing. We'll just send them over there to die. And the third one, his subordinates, the people around him, his inner circle, they never thought Putin, they knew he was a nasty guy, okay? Some of the orders that he's giving to kill all those innocent women and children, and a lot of those people have Ukrainians or part Ukrainians, So those three things to me are beginning to choke him. And yes, you're right. He's not going to go without a fight because he can't. That's his life. If the only two choices, he remains where he is or he dies.
Or he will fly through the window.
Exactly. I think he's going to fly through the window. To be honest with you, I think
we have to have some sense of humor, but so many, apparently about 9, those millionaires were flying through the window. That's so.
Well, that's another thing.
Some were killed, with
yes, even last week, one of them jumped off a window.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he's going to go. Yes. In fact, as we speak, he's fighting because he's in trouble already. I mean, Violetta, do you know how brave somebody has to be to go and ask that Putin resign? You don't do this if you are by yourself. Oh, and that's one thing we should look into. Okay, I feel there is more to just those two guys asking that he resigns. There is a lot of discontent behind the scene. Do you want to do cards on that?
Yeah, no, please. Count to 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Very often women are using that straightener for hair, and it's very hot, and they will pull it through the hair. I know you don't have that problem.
No.
And I have to put rolls in the morning to make my hair look good. But you know what? It is hot. It's uncomfortable to hold it unless you turn off, or, so there is something that they feel that there is situation that they have to deal with it.
Yeah.
He knows about those secrets. He knows who is behind it. He feels isolated.
Yep.
And he feels like backstab. He feels that they don't respect, that they are backstabbing him, his point of view. So
exactly. They don't have a choice but to backstab him.
They have to put the knife on his throat and tell him
100%. And the other thing
is, I feel that those people have a knowledge that they are fighting cancer, and they have to die anyhow.
Yep.
They are just worried about the family. So they found few people that will be brave enough on the death row, so they will stand up to him.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And
No.
there was a warning with that daughter of that priest, Russian priest.
Yes.
For
What did
weeks
she say? I
ago.
didn't hear it. Yeah.
She it was her father's car that she was riding in Moscow, and it exploded.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That's a warning. That's a warning to
Oh,
Putin. Look, we
yeah.
can use a drone or we can use something.
We can get you.
Oh, that's what was meant for the other guy. His daughter died, 29 years old,
Yes.
in Moscow. But this has started some, people are adding that they don't want him to be in control.
Yes. I agree with you. But you know something I forgot to mention, Violeta? You know, if you notice how easily him and Medvedev are threatening nuclear war.
And that's scary.
Yes. But you know something? A lot of those Russians, the people around him, people within the government, they are terrified of the prospect of dying for somebody like Putin, just like Americans, the people around Trump. Yes, some of them, he has real fans, a few, about maybe 5 or 6 of them who really, are with him. But the rest are a bunch of hypocrites. They're making money. They don't want to die for him. It's the same thing with Putin. They don't want this guy because, their thinking is if this guy can kill that many, innocent children and, with old people, Ukrainians, nothing will stop him from using the a nuclear weapon for no reason. That's another driving force. I know you have to go to work. We won't stay very long. Do
Thank you.
you
But
have?
I have to tell, can I say one more?
Absolutely, please.
If he will use nuclear
Weapon.
power
Yeah.
weapon, the next one is Belarus to Ukraine. It's not only that it will go on Europe, it
Right.
will go on Belarus,
Yes.
which is now friend with Putin.
Yeah.
But they have their own problems. They hate their own guy because he took the power
Yes.
by forcing cheating.
Yep.
So I think everything it is that that's probably the reason they are giving him those papers, because they think that he is crazy enough to start nuclear war.
I feel you have a point,
And
but
Medvedev is a puppet. He was a puppet
oh
president,
yes,
so he will do what Putin is telling him to do.
but
But
that's what scares a lot of people around Putin. They know Putin will do it. They are trying to head it off.
that's
That's what I
what,
feel.
yeah, and that might cause his own destiny.
Exactly.
So that's a nice note that we might be able to get rid of him. And Milou said that by the end of the year, they might.
Yep. It feels like to me, I can confuse time, but the prediction, I've been saying it. That's why when you said it, because I was thinking of start to talk about Putin anyway. So you asked the right question, and this morning I was getting it. I'm like, this guy's gonna go, and I've been feeling it for a while. I even mentioned it on my stream, you know. But yeah, I think he's gonna go, and I would be shocked if they don't do away with him by the end of this year because they are terrified and
Well,
fed up with him.
the winter will be horrific in Ukraine.
Yes,
I'm
that's
very
true.
sorry for those people.
Oh yeah,
Thank
but
you so much for inviting me. I
thank you
really
very
enjoyed
much.
every minute with talking with you, and it was pleasure. You are such a relaxed guy. I'm
Thank
always
you.
tension, but we
It
have to
was
go
great.
on. once again in the future.
Absolutely. Whenever you're ready, let me know. And let me say one thing. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to say thank you to Essia Dakar Brown for your generosity in the super chat. We appreciate it.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, everyone who is donating to Milou, because it is showing that you appreciated his work.
Yes, I have some, a lot of great supporters, and they were very happy when I said you were going to be with us today. They couldn't wait. So
Thank
I
you.
want to say thank you for
And
joining
I'm
me.
going, before I will run to work, I will post my video, so I will be
I'm going to watch it because
Okay.
I want to see past life is so interesting. I don't want to keep you because I can keep talking.
Yeah,
But I want to say
love
thank you.
past lives, and because I remember I had seen quite a few of my own, good ones and bad ones.
Oh, I'm sure. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
We
Thank
will see you tomorrow. Well, I'll see you later. I'm going to come back later. So till later. Bye.
Bye
Hold
bye.
one
Thank
second.
you.